Alright, this one is Astonishing Excellent Men 2 from Age of Armageddon. After saying that I find it odd to review comics which are mostly fights, this is the third issue in a row I have done that could be considered such. Our fight is Saberclaw versus the new character Holidays, and it is a really good fight. I like both these characters, and we have artwork by Joey Mental, which is always good. I really like the Excellent Men team featured in this series, Astonishing Excellent Men. It is a really good team, but maybe the artwork also elevates them a lot. Our leader is Rouge, and one thing I want to do is break down the myth that Age of Armageddon is one big story and the individual series like this are inaccessible or incomprehensible as standalones. That is a total crock of shit. Each of these series is contained enough that you can read them and get something out of it. They have their own narratives and arcs. What you are missing by not reading the rest of the crossover is added context. When they did these comics, they were not slouching. They weren't arrogantly thinking. Everybody was buying 20 plus issues of Excellent Men comics. And so you have this 4-issue Astonishing Excellent Men series. And if you only read those 4 issues, you got at least a complete part of a story. The fact is, I read most of them separate from the crossover and alone, and I was fine. And I am the same genius who has done 3 successive videos on comics where characters mostly fight. But even as single issues like this, they are still written from a place where you can follow an issue by itself. Everything necessary is set up for you in the issue. Another of our teammates is Sunman, who got a ridiculously good redesign. One that was so good that they tried to make it his look in the main Marvel universe. In this series, his dark backstory is one of the little things we explore. In fact, right here, this is that bit. Rouge, she makes physical contact with him to siphon his powers and stop him from his temper tantrum. And so she experiences all his memories of Armageddon and Holidays, slaughtering all of Japan, and then how they toyed with him. And we just have a bit with the two of them that is really good and sweet. Saying that these comics are meaningless or only any good as part of an enormous crossover is insulting to the content and the creators. In this version of reality, Mr. Magnet is the Dr. X. He is the founder of the Excellent Men. I didn't mind it. I didn't like Mr. Magnet as a hero, but I am fine with it in Age of Armageddon. My main problem with him in the story is Mr. Magnet and Rouge as a couple. The two Excellent Men teams in Age of Armageddon, this one and Amazing Excellent Men, I did point to this one as the better team. We have Rouge, Snowman, Saberclaw, Saberclaw Jr., Sunman, Blinky and Morph. There isn't a naff character among them. But then on the other team, on Amazing Excellent Men, we have Squealy and the Flash, who are better than any character on this team. But then the rest of that lineup is pretty weak. Here we start the main part of this issue with Saberclaw. The Excellent Men are trying to evacuate Chicago because Holidays is about to obliterate it, and Saberclaw plans to buy the rest of the team time by fighting them one-on-one. Saberclaw, he has a father-daughter sort of bond with Blinky, and she needs to teleport Saberclaw to Holidays, even though they both know that he will likely die fighting them. Another tender character moment that people discount when they say that the Age of Armageddon issues have no real worth outside of a larger crossover. We also have Saberclaw Jr., who is basically Saberclaw's feral pet. He keeps him on a chain like a dog. He is very diminished intelligence, just animalistic fury. And Saberclaw is like the alpha of the pack. So, yeah, there was this whole backstory about them fighting that explains why he is submissive to Saberclaw. There is this great bit with him though. Saberclaw, he lets Saberclaw Jr. run back to the Excellent Men with the information that Holidays has boasted about. And so the rest of the issue is our fight. Great Joey mental art and a really fun scene. Holidays is a great villain, and I think Marvel knew that straight away because they wasted no time bringing him across to the main Marvel universe after Age of Armageddon had finished. He is a fun design, he is really powerful, he is just a good baddie to have around in the Excellent Men's Rogues Gallery. And I would argue he was still underused. And look, Saberclaw is crying blood. So Saberclaw, he gets into a feral rage. He lets loose for the first time since joining the Excellent Men. And he tears into Holidays. And he gets to gun out thinking that he has successfully defeated Holidays. But then Holidays reforms afterwards. And it doesn't really matter because Saberclaw is actually fine too. His healing factor mends him. But that doesn't take away from this being a really satisfying and exciting fight. This is a wonderful issue, really. We have that fight, we have the Sunman backstory, and then those two notable emotional scenes. I recommend this, and I especially recommend it without reading any other part of Age of Armageddon. Just read this issue to stick it to the Marvel Masterworks forum, who think that it is acceptable that the Epic collections just skip the Age of Armageddon issues from their respective series. I rate this a big fat 7 thumbs up.